Okay, so I'm assuming that you're probably watching this piecemeal. I hope, or you're watching them one. I also hope that you're watching them one after another, which would be even better. So we're talking about Millar and how he can be, like I said, he can be right on or he can be way off. More often than not, way more often than not, he's right on. He's terrific. He's great. And then, like I said, occasionally he does that one total fuck up, which is like, oh, what were you thinking? Like the most recent Ultimate Avengers storyline, even though it has the work of the great Steve Dillon as the artist, is kind of like, huh, what the fuck is going on here? So the previous two arcs were pretty good, but it's a thing. It's I had a conversation with my friend Tony the other day, and if you're watching, Tony, hey, this is a shout out to you. About The Departed, the film Departed. I didn't like it. He loves it. I think part of what got in my way of enjoying that film and what he sees the film as, he sees it as just a very dirty cop thriller, as opposed to what Scorsese usually does, or what he seems to want to usually do, which is to take a theme and really expand on it and create more. To give you a story that is more massive in scope, that is more, that's more, that just has more to say. And this was, basically his attempt, and Tony contends that his attempt was to make just a cop thriller, just a dirty, low-down cop thriller, as opposed to an allegorical tale with all this subtext and everything like that. And that's, I guess, also the thing that I feel with, and like I said, I did enjoy it, and that's, I think, part of the reason is because it has Scorsese's name on it. When I see a Martin Scorsese film, what I want out of it is something more, something that gives me more. Because I can just go to any fucking movie and watch the same shit over and over again. And when I see the names Martin Scorsese, I tend to think, okay, well, this is something that should go be, it doesn't have to be defined by the genre. It expands the genre. It doesn't have to work just within one subset. And, Tony says it does, he says it does. I says it doesn't have to. But, whatever. It's all relative. It's all, this is my opinion. That's his opinion. Like I said, I'm not going to waste too much time defending my position. But it's the same thing with Millar. The pedigree. It's the name. When I see Mark Millar's name on the page, I'm expecting not for it just to be a run-of-the-mill comic. I'm expecting more. And that's my thing. That's my fault, I guess, sometimes. But that's not the case with Nemesis or Superior. Lenil, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his first name right, anyway. Great art. He did, obviously, he did the art for Secret Invasion, which is, kind of a hit and miss series to a lot of people. I really enjoyed it, actually. The more I thought about it, the more I enjoyed it. And it's got great art. Lenil does terrific work. It's not too liney. It's not too precise. It's little, it's little avant-garde, if you will. And this is another point, just going back to, but Superior is a really good book. It's leading in some really interesting places, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how these issues are going to turn out. Now, also this week, we had offerings from, at least that I read, from one of my perennial favorites, Paul Dini. Now, I took Satana out of my pull box because I lost my job, and I had to kind of condense it to what I absolutely needed. But I also took, which was a mistake, I took Streets of Gotham. Batman Streets of Gotham out of my pull box. And I put that back in because I caught up on the last 2 issues that I did not read. I actually bought, my mistake, I hate when I do this, I bought the same issue twice because I did get issue 16 of Streets of Gotham when I was actually getting it in my pull box, but I got it anyway because I didn't recognize it. I should have flipped through it while I was at the store yesterday. It was the fucking mall, fucking Christmas. Sorry. And I didn't want to have to bother with all that. So, anyway, his work on Streets of Gotham is just terrific. I'm really liking what he's doing with Hush. Now that Bruce Wayne is back, we've got, you know, a whole different dynamic going on here. I don't know if it was this issue or this week's issue 18 or the previous month's issue 17 where Bruce sees Selina again for the first time, and they share a kiss, and it's, you know, that's a really nice moment. You know, just acknowledging that relationship, you know, Bruce and Selina. So, especially after all the hell that Dini and Hush, courtesy of Paul Dini, put her through, right, you know, during the R.I.P. Dini was the only one who I thought did really good work during the R.I.P. saga, as far as Batman was concerned. And this week also has another offering from Bendis, Ultimate Doom #1, which is a continuation of Ultimate Mystery, which showed, you know, a lot, you know, a couple different things are going on. Main plot lines being, you know, it's the clone of, you know, the female clone of the Ultimate Spider-Man, Jessica Drew, posing as, you know, a brain trust member of Roxxon to figure out what the hell they're doing and what they have their hands in, and who exactly, you know, what the hell exactly is going on with the Fantastic Four, you know, that Reed Richards has died, and Ben Grimm is no longer the Thing. He seems to have another, he seems to have different powers now. And that's, that, you know, Ultimate Mystery was a pretty damn good book. Ultimate Doom, interesting. I'll probably continue reading it because this has been an interesting story for me. It's interesting to see, that, you know, Reed Richards, kind of spoiler alert if you haven't read Ultimate Mystery, seems to be the bad guy here. Whether it's really Reed Richards or not, that's a question. So, but it does seem to be. And that's kind of the fun of the Ultimate Universe, is that they, you know, that they can play around with these characters, and they can, you know, they do not have to be completely true to their, you know, 616 universe identities. So, that's, oh, yeah, sorry. What if? In the last couple months, we've seen a couple of new what ifs that have come out of Marvel, and, you know, what if is my favorite type of story because I love seeing established storylines that are kind of fucked with. You know, basically, you know, it's basically, you know, the Ultimate Universe is basically kind of a what if universe, but you know, where it's taking, you know, popular storylines and, well, what if this happened? You know, and so I'm not going to get too into that. What if the Spider-Man one with Kraven and the Grim Hunt sucked ass? I hate to say it. The one they did with Dark Reign, that was pretty cool. I like that, but it's a little too neat, a little too you know, wrapped in a shiny bow. God damn it. You know what? I'm going to do the rest of this next week. I'm going to talk about the games and stuff like that because it's just too easy for me to talk about the comics. And I've read a lot this week that I haven't seen yet. So next week, we're going to talk about some games. We're going to talk about Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit. We're also going to talk about Serenity, A Shepherd's Tale, which I finally got. So until then, this is James Donnelly telling you to check out theshadowgallery.info. And Merry Christmas, love to all, and to all a good night.